Both teams capable of putting up big numbers offensively, although Baylor's offensive numbers dropped off a bit towards the end of the season. We're underway in Raleigh. The madness is upon us, and Baylor controls the tip.
Right now, it goes. Weave to ball screens. Ooh,
Edgecombe. He sets one on Harris, and he gets called for it 15 seconds into the first half.
And you called that right there, Raph. That's the risk there with the ball, with the dribble weave action. If you get moving and
guys are blowing it up.
Yeah, run right through that. Smart play. Certainly not the start Scott Drew wanted here with his Baylor Bears.
Claudell Harris Jr. is the transfer from BC. Riley Kugel had been starting, the transfer from Florida. Harris averages 9.5 points per game.
Automatic switch. O'Meara has to be careful. Can't get any early fouls.
The turn, in and out for Nwoko, but a foul is called, and it was Celestine defending on the interior.
And that's his game, too, that jump right hook. Have not seen him use a counter.
So 2 free throws here for the Miami transfer, Michael Nwoko. Averages 6.3 points per game. Physical presence, will do the dirty work on the inside. Mississippi State finished 21-12 this season. They were 8-10 in the ultra-competitive SEC.
They really were. They had a fantastic season in a difficult SEC conference, as you said, and they like to go inside. 46% of the team scoring comes in the paint. So Baylor guarding in the interior without fouling is a must.
Mississippi State got as high as 14 in the AP Top 25. That was in early January. But then they got into the meat of the schedule in the conference, and winning games came at a premium.
A little blur screen. Edgecombe keep him busy.
Celestine, the transfer from Cal, to Rob Wright. Exciting young point guard. Gets inside.
Great talent. A little double early here. No rotation on the weak side, though.
Mississippi State rushes ahead. The veteran Matthews averages 7 points, just under 7 boards per game. Up, Harris, bottom, a 3.
And that's why he's starting. Say he's been playing better lately.
Very steady. He shoots it at 34% from three-point territory. From Hunville, Louisiana. And a 5-2 advantage for Mississippi State.
Nice clear out on the backside.
They go inside, and they get the deuce with Langston Love and his multi-dimensional abilities.
And smart to post up Hubbard. Hubbard only 5'10", but great set there from the bench.
And they have to hug Celestine, who can drill that lefty.
Hubbard is a dynamo, averaging 18.7 points per game, the sophomore. Ball got knocked out of bounds. Mississippi State will retain it.
Yeah, they cleared the side there, Raft, and just nice post-entry pass. No one from the weak side could be there, and so certainly preparing for the matchup there against Hubbard, taking advantage of the size mismatch.
Mississippi State just under 80 points per game, the 5th highest average in program history.
Got to hug Hubbard outside. He's got great elevation on his jump shot.
And there it is, Hubbard. Air ball.
Good job on the perimeter. VJ right in his grill.
They have lost 5 of their last 7 games entering the NCAA tournament. What they do is disrupt you defensively. The combined steals and blocks 6th in the NCAA.
Chris was telling us that they wanted to score a little more, and it sort of hurt their defense because of that SEC lead.
Open look, Celestine overcooked
Nice
it.
save.
Back tap by Edgecombe. Love, ball fake, feed it. Edgecombe, his first try, doesn't go. And the rebound controlled by Harris. So we've seen the impact of Harris early on both sides of the ball.
They did a really good job screening and slipping.
Trying to keep it moving here for Nwoko.
They do this great. The point guard screens.
Euro, but he missed it with too much English on it.
That's their favorite little play. Point guard screens the big.
Transition, Wright doesn't take. Love will. Off the rim. Edgecombe, you could see the hops, but he couldn't secure it. So this is a break opportunity.
Yeah.
Melendez deflected, out of bounds.
Great hands there by Celestine. You said it, 5-on-4 in transition. Just could not find the corner there. Harris, who knocked down a 3 earlier.
And now some changes. Keyshawn Murphy in along with Sean Jones Jr. for Mississippi State.
How about the season draft that Murphy's had for Mississippi State?
Good player.
He's at 12 points, 7.5 rebounds. He averages a steal a game, over a block per game.
Grant and I were saying he's got second and third hops.
Yep.
Better than the initial one for others.
Hubbard has another gear, and he lays it in.
The blood line. Built. My goodness, what a physique.
Madison, Mississippi. He gives Mississippi State a 7-4 advantage.
Tough kid. Pleasant, though, Bird.
Yeah.
Chatted
with him yesterday. Very confident. O'Meara, he's tricky. +1.
And that's that open middle. They really don't post up initially. Little drive. He's not 6'7".
No,
What do you say?
No, he's 6'6" on a good day, but you're right. The spacing wide open there. Norchad, the physicality, the strength, beautiful touch on the interior there, getting himself involved. And how about the season he's had in the double-double machine that he's been for Baylor?
He's got 6'5" shoulders. But you're right. What a contributor. Night and night out.
Part of that Miami team that went to the Final Four in 2023, so he has tournament experience, and he has just tied this game up. Jeremy Roach, the veteran who came over from Duke, returning to the state of North Carolina, is in, and a foul call right. Can't believe it.
He's got that experience too, Roche.
Our officiating crew, Ron Groover, Tommy Morrissey, and Jamel Spearman.
And Raph, Matthews is like another point guard, a facilitator, a playmaker, and they had Wright as a point guard guarding him, but he does so much, Matthews, initiating the offense and a lot of those mismatched screens as we just saw.
And a nice entry pass by him here.
Murphy traveled.
You mentioned Murphy's ability. He does so many good things, whether it's the high post, a little dribble drive, a floater game. Footwork around that rim is usually impeccable.
The issue for him has just been staying healthy, and this year he has, and the numbers obviously have gone way up. Production has been high because of availability.
He has been available and consistent this year for the Bulldogs.
Baylor's really good when they go side to side.
O'Meara, handoff. It's right.
We had the shot.
The floater doesn't go. The tip in, no. Knocked outside. Love will let it fly. Book it, a 3.
And that was O'Meara with that save, giving them second opportunities.
And out of bounds, Mississippi State didn't get it in clean. Baylor takes a 3-point lead, and they'll have the ball when we come back. We are seeing what Baylor can do offensively. Mississippi State, this team plays really hard. Should be a fun one today in Raleigh. Got a 3-point game as we bring in the 4th member of our crew. It's Tracy Wolfson.
Thanks a lot, Ian. This Baylor team had only one player returning with significant tournament experience. So Scott Drew went out, and he got Jeremy Roach from Duke, Norman O'Meara from Miami, and both of them brought in experience. Norchad brought in experience from Miami and a Final Four. Duke and Jeremy Roach also played in a Final Four, and Scott Drew said that's helped their experience throughout this season, but also this week. I asked O'Meara what his message to his team was this week. He said, making March is not the most fun. Winning in March is the most fun. We'll see if they can get a win today, guys.
Yeah, no doubt that combination changed the dynamic of their team. And we'll see if it pays off in the month that everybody always marks on their calendar.
Nice driving kick.
Ball movement. Working around the perimeter. Edgecombe doesn't go.
He's
Kept alive. O'Meara knocked out of bounds.
He shot better. Oh, by the way, you've had a little experience with Final Fours.
With you guys, yeah.
Well, you did some on your own.
I did a few of my own, but no, I love the mix that Scott Drew has. He has a nice mix of experience and youth, and certainly 16 NCAA tournament wins between O'Meara and Roach. He hopes will pay off.
Riley Kugel is in, so he had been starting at that 2 spot, coming off the bench now for Mississippi State. Jaden Nunn seeing his first action for the Baylor Bears.
And Kugel could drive it and finish at the rim.
That one, high handled by Matthews. Kugel, count it, it's a 3.
I guess he likes coming off the bench, huh?
I think the catch was better than the shot there.
Wow. Shoots it at 32%.
We are tied at 10. Edgecombe defended by Jones.
They have all shooters on the perimeter. They also have guys who can beat you with the bounce and find people.
Deep in the shot clock now, 7.
Open middle again.
O'Meara goes to work. He just owns that area. Can't finish with the left hand.
And good D by Murphy, not fouling on that contest.
Matthews,
Nice
early. Jones, no. Missed it on a line drive. And it's saved by Murphy. Reload here for Hubbard. He has no hesitation. That ball bangs off the back of the iron. Tracked down by Jones. Another opportunity. Working in for 2. It's Josh Hubbard.
Good feel for the game, this kid.
He
Why
is
not?
a shot maker.
You jack them up from deep, they're not going down. Spice it up.
And Mississippi State back in front by 2. A foul called. Hubbard was trying to disrupt Roach. Let's take a look at our advanced stats presented by Invesco. QQQ. This is transition defense for Baylor. They're 15th in the nation, allowing just under a point per possession.
They're solid, and of course they've got a small lineup too to balance the floor.
Melendez back. Nwoko returns. That ball deflected by Melendez. Came over from Georgia. Also played at Illinois. So vast experience for him.
Scouting report, read there. Little floppy set. Roach along the baseline getting double bumps.
And early on, Edgecombe, we've seen his athleticism as O'Meara might have some blood on his arm. Going to get checked there by the Baylor bench. But Edgecombe, he's improved his three-point shooting. I'd like to see him put the ball on the floor, get into the paint, use that athleticism, elite athleticism that he's displayed.
A very quick tape job by athletic trainer Dave Snyder for the Bears.
Super quick.
It builds a little confidence for him too, I think, Edgecombe. If he drives, gets on the board a little bit. He had 2 open threes and didn't knock them down early.
B.J. Edgecombe is considered one of the top prospects for the NBA draft at 6'5", 180, effortless scoring, 15 points per game, but unselfish. Stumble there by O'Meara. Double team,
Nice
fights through
pass.
it. Extra, works out as he gets it inside for the finish. O'Meara with a pretty play to Celestine.
Nice cut too to relocate. Patience by the big guy as well.
Tied at 12. Mississippi State started the season 14-1. Their only loss was to Butler. Kick it, Jones rims out. And the rebound snatched away, tie up. And possession arrow stays here for Mississippi State.
Right here, interior passing. I mean, the feel O'Meara has for the game. Look at that wide open teammate under the basket, Rav. Celestine in the right place. But O'Meara, not only a rebounder, just has a great basketball instincts on both ends of the floor.
And that's what the ability to shoot threes does. They left him alone and went out to cover the three-point line.
Claudell Harris is back in. Hubbard. Oh, yeah.
He's going to give himself a chance. He takes about 9 three-point shots attempts a game.
It doesn't matter who's guarding him either.
Gets
His
great
elevation.
lift. Gets
We
great
asked
lift.
him yesterday, where did the confidence come from? He said, came from my dad. And we said, how early? He said, really early. Basically when he put a ball in his hands. O'Meara, he tried the bully ball. Edgecombe looking to get involved here. 15-12 Mississippi State. Roach, tough move by Roach, and he finishes off the window.
Confident kid, kept the dribble alive. Really good approach. Hubbard wants to get going.
And what a save by Roach. Ahead for none. Baylor can regain the lead. Outside, Edgecombe fires it. Nice shot, no.
Well, they hustle it.
Deflected, Celestine couldn't save. It was on the baseline.
Well, they are scrapping and moving that ball, though, aren't they?
First round coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship begins today on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, and ESPN News. For more information on game times and listings, go to ncaa.com. Keyshawn Murphy and Delquan Warren in for Mississippi State. Chris Jans has been mixing and matching. Change for Baylor. Dubravicic seeing his first action.
With Hubbard out of the game, Murphy's got to get involved.
Line it up, Melendez, side of the rim. Oh, what a snatch there by Murphy.
The push from the back.
And a foul is called.
Jabrakovic. Glad you said it first.
Thank you.
It's close.
We're going to be consistent. I know that. First half action from Raleigh as expected. It's tight. Baylor, Mississippi State. Mississippi State up by 1. First round action in the East region moments ago. Tracy with Bulldogs head man Chris Jans.
Coach, your pregame message to your team in the locker room: attack the paint and rebound. How do you think they've done so far?
The first part pretty good. I thought we've attacked the paint pretty regularly. We haven't rebounded the ball very well. They got a three-point made basket on a rebound, but hopefully we'll settle down and get that into the game as well.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tracy. Chris said that he really wanted his team to play on Friday to get that extra day, not just to rest, to prepare, but to experience the tournament, to watch some other games, to get a feel for it. And Melendez is fouled.
Well, they got Roach from the backside there. But talk about a life for all the junior colleges that Chris Jans worked at. It's just incredible. Of course, great job in New Mexico State, but he worked under Porter Moser, right, and Greg Marshall. So he's been around some high-quality coaches.
He was the 3-time WAC Coach of the Year, 5 years at New Mexico State, head coach at Bowling Green. Melendez shoots it at 75% of the free throw line. And he did acknowledge that they needed to make some changes in how they constructed the roster, recognizing to keep pace in the SEC, they needed more scoring. And while his bread and butter has been defense, the acknowledgement that, hey, you can't just do it the way you've always done it before, and they made the change.
What did he say? We're all in the portal all the time.
He said everybody.
Everybody all the time is in the portal. I like what he said, too, about playing angry.
Yeah.
Sort of their theme.
It's like working with birds.
Wait, who's angry? You or me?
You should be working with us. 2-2-1 worked.
And a scoop up there by Harris for the takeaway. Kugel. He's got a screen from Murphy.
Warren on the floor now. Bird played against Oklahoma.
Bounce it, nice step in by Celestine.
Kugel didn't get the right angle on that post-entry pass.
Third turnover for Mississippi State. Rob Wright out of Bloomington, Delaware. He is fouled before he got to the shot.
There's so many good things he can do. Big time prospect. Knows ability deep. That sets up that dribble drive game.
He played at Montverde, also played at famed Newman Goretti in Philadelphia as well. He was the high school player of the year in Pennsylvania before he went to Montverde down in Florida. Here comes Hubbard. And it will be Delquan Warren going to the bench. Sean Jones Jr. back in. So you're already getting the sense with Mississippi State, they're going to shuffle guys in and out. They're going to use their depth.
Jones on the other hand, a couple open looks, just doesn't give up on a play. Step back.
Edgecombe.
That's 3 looks.
Ended up on his backside, couldn't finish it. Offensive rebound, drive, denial by the rim. Bank shot no, because Wright at least kept the play alive, and a foul was called.
And then, Raph, right there, you know, Murphy out there contesting on Edgecombe. No one inside to help rebound and help block out O'Meara. And second chance opportunities. Chris Jans talked about that. Good defense here by Murphy, but nobody on the glass. And of course, O'Meara just has a nose. He didn't get it, but he set that screen to create that opening. And at the free throw line, second chance opportunity. Chris Jans talked with Tracy about the rebounding game, and certainly not happy with the performance.
First foul on Sean Jones Jr. O'Meara back to the free throw line. This team was ranked 8th in the preseason top 25. They never quite achieved that level of success. But as we know, you hit March, you can change the whole narrative.
And they're battle tested. The SEC will get you ready for sure.
Baylor has lost in the second round in the last 3 tournaments.
Empty side here.
Ball fake. Harris. Good looking jumper, but it goes over the backboard and out of bounds. We're tied at 16.
And it's interesting, Mississippi State, not a great three-point shooting team. They really, do damage in the paint right now, but they've taken 9 three-pointers thus far, and I thought they would try to go inside and maybe get O'Meara in foul trouble, but they're living on the perimeter.
That's why the bigs have to get touches. Sorry, Bert.
Baylor finished 10-10 in the Big 12 this season. Teardrop no for Wright. And it's going to stay right here with a foul call. 10:29 mark of this first half. Scott Drew, we asked him what has stood out about your group. He said perseverance. So many injuries, the timing of which, and the fact that the team continued to push through it.
It hurt their practice time is what he said. Doesn't have the depth to go after one another. Didn't have that rhythm necessary. But by the way, O'Meara carves out such a big area inside.
Second foul on Keyshawn Murphy. Lob it in.
Nice fake.
O'Meara. Great touch.
Great feel.
He plays 6'7".
Remember, he played at Arkansas State originally. He was the Sun Belt Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. He goes to Miami, puts up big numbers there, and then out of the portal, he's signed by Scott Drew. 7 points to lead the team. Driving dish, the spin, Nwoko can't finish. Knocked to the outside. Hubbard, green light. He's got a 3.
Green light might be a purple light.
They get an offensive rebound. They give it to that kid. He's going to drill it.
Oh,
how about this?
Space.
Permanent light.
Permanent light. Wow.
10 points to lead all scorers for Josh Hubbard.
The screen, rescreen. Guys haven't been able to get good looks, none or others.
None. Drives in, dish. Hubbard got a hand on it, out of bounds.
Nice cover on the weak side.
Yeah, great physical. Look at that composure down there. Get to that jump hook. And of course, the tip out there jumped into that right there. Great legs,
Springs.
elevation. 8th in the nation in three-point attempts, Mr. Hubbard.
Edgecombe still has no points. He's 0 of 3 from the field.
Got to drive it. Get himself in the game a little bit.
Love, shot clock winding down. Floater doesn't go.
Look who's there. Foul, too.
O'Meara. And a foul is called once again. The ball finds him.
Matthews with the slap. But he's just so big and wide.
Reminds me of Wes Unseld. Like the
a little
frame,
bit.
and just certainly a different player on the offensive end. But wow. Has a nose for the ball when it comes off that rim.
So much area he covers with those broad shoulders.
So we're talking about the most double-doubles in Division I history. Only one player ahead of O'Meara.
What was that name?
There it is.
Tom Gola, LaSalle.
Anytime we can get a LaSalle mention him, but also Tom Gola had an incredible career.
He did the NBA, All-Defensive League a number of times.
Hall of Famer. Right?
Hall of Famer.
You got Baycott, Duncan, Fareed on that list, and O'Meara just keeps on producing for Baylor.
I was there for Grant's induction. Where were you? Couldn't afford the ticket?
I don't know if I was invited.
Oh.
I'm going to pin it on someone else.
Don't let Raph come between us.
Oh, that's a good point. Bill, what are you talking about? 20-19, Baylor leads it. Hubbard, it's blocked by O'Meara.
Does it all. Give it up.
Break opportunity. Wright does give it up. The layup doesn't go. Celeste lost control of it. The other way. Hubbard off the rim. Rebound knocked away and out of bounds. Sean Jones Jr. could not secure it.
They really chase the glass, don't they?
Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now.
We've not seen Murphy much. A little disillusioned with his play.
And the 2 fouls.
2 fouls also, but one of the timeouts, Chris really upset with his play.
They didn't really give him a lot of touches either on the offensive end.
Baylor up by 1. 8:35 remaining in this first half. None. Swing. Right. He's got it.
And Raph, he doesn't play like a freshman. So poised, that young man.
Just see the screen and how he read it, and then the fade. So good.
He's got a quick release as well. Hubbard, talk about quick release. Off-balance delivery for Hub. 12 points. The rest of the team has 9. Baylor leads by 2. And they're doing this with nothing so far from Edgecombe.
Well, look at the screen set up, the roadblock by O'Meara.
Nunn loops it. O'Meara, the quick turnaround off the iron. Rebound controlled by Nwoko, his former college teammate at Miami.
Oh, that's a carry. Allen Iverson in the house. Nice pass to Melendez.
Melendez denied. It's Nunn who will have none of it. And a foul called off the rebound action.
Melendez in that area, just grabbing it.
Josh Hubbard, 5'11", 190, packs a major punch for Mississippi State. Game summary, Baylor up 23-21. Neither team shooting the lights out by any stretch, but the Bears are getting into the paint. And moments ago, Tracy with Scott Drew, head coach of the Bears, happy with the way they've started.
Yeah, you just said you're doing well. Well, you do have the lead, but VJ Edgecombe has 0 points, 0 for 3. I saw you talking to him on the sidelines. What do you want to see from him?
Oh, VJ is doing great. He affects the game in every area. He's playing great defense. He's rebounding. He's taking good looks. So that's the last thing I'm worried about. We had a couple guys run something wrong, and I was like, try to get everyone organized, will you? That's all I got.
Appreciate it.
Hey, that's all I got.
Oh, man.
23-21 Baylor. Edgecombe, he just fills up a box score, can get to the rim, physically impressive. And now just trying to get into the scoring column. Celestine is at the free throw line after the foul was called. Melendez was called for it following the block shot.
A good stroke. Did Mike say kind words to you?
Oh, all the
like
time.
That?
Yeah.
In the summer? Or
During the games. During the games, he said kind words.
Oh, sure.
In practice, you know, got a little spice up.
1 out of 2 for Celestine. The Baylor lead is 3.
Turned out pretty good.
And somebody else other than Hubbard's got to score and bring some production offensively for Mississippi State.
And no inside game under the dribble drive. Nice cover.
They collapse on Hubbard and he turns it over.
Nice job by Nunn with
the
the
step in. High screen, O'Meara. Nunn, stutter step. He gets to the rim and he's fouled, trying to pass it off to O'Meara.
And Rap, that's the staple. Scott Drew's offense, get paint touches off the bounce. Had their way here. Nice hesitation, initiating that contact. I believe that was on Hubbard.
It is, and it's number 2.
Now you got Murphy and Hubbard, the 2 leading scorers for Chris Jans with 2 fouls. I think you got to keep Hubbard in the game. He's so valuable. Right now he's 5 for 9 from the field. The rest of the team 2 for 9.
Nunn's the senior who transferred from VCU. He misses on the front end of a 1-on-1. So an empty trip for Baylor.
And part of the reason to get in the lane is O'Meara's screens too, Grant.
Yeah.
Who else can score for Mississippi State?
He's got to get inside. Matthews more of a passer. They do miss Murphy on the floor, as you mentioned, with the 2. Nice step through.
Hubbard, bam.
The Hubbard is not bare, I assure you. He is a prolific offensive player.
14 of the team's 23 points. 1 point game, 6:40 to play in this first half. Edgecombe, stop and start. O'Meara, short.
Nice rebound.
Celestine couldn't corkscrew it in. Kick it to the outside. And the jumper goes for Jaden Nunn. It's a 3.
And Ref, right now, Baylor is just out-toughing this team.
Now, well, we were told the phrase was play angry, and they got to get that way. Mississippi State.
Guys, they have 12 second chance points. It is killing Mississippi State. Matthews trying to facilitate here.
Yes.
He's fouled by O'Meara.
Is that 2?
Gets his first.
Guys, it's been all Josh Hubbard getting downhill. He can draw fouls. Hasn't been to the line tonight, but can knock them down from downtown. 1-3 there, and of course right here, he's on fire.
The bounce in his legs. I know you're jealous, and you could get up.
Oh, I can't jump anymore.
The stratosphere.
We got a timeout with 6:06 remaining in this first half. The 9 seed Baylor in front of the 8 seed Mississippi State. Mississippi State has been outplayed by Baylor in this first half, yet they've only got a 4-point game.
They got to find a source other than Hubbard, obviously. Not much of an inside game's got to be off the bounce. chase the offensive rebounds as well.
I think Matthews is a guy that can create opportunities for the open shooters, but you're right, it's been all Hubbard.
It is Melendez taking it to the rim.
Oh boy, that was not a good defensive set. Actually turned him to the rim.
Defensively, one of the only mistakes Baylor's made here in this first half.
RJ Melendez, native of Puerto Rico, averages 9 points per game. He cuts it to 2. Edgecombe draws Kugel defensively.
Ormier's such a great target. How can you pass him up?
Swing it for none. Back for Roach. Step back Jay. Good. String music.
Great spacing too on that step back. Playing with a lot of confidence.
29-25 Baylor. Work the outside with Melendez and Kugel.
Tough shot.
And Kugel is off.
Yeah, right in his grill, none.
One and done, rebounded by Roach. Crosses.
Look at that early blur that set this up.
And Love is short on the jump shot. He had a wide open look.
Everything but.
Get into it here with Melendez. No hesitation, and he cans it for 3.
And Raph, he made the layup, see the ball go through the basket, now knocks down that 3. Hasn't shot the ball well this season, or at least as well as they thought. But
and a breakdown in communication by Baylor.
Mississippi State
picked him up.
Hanging in here. Finished the half strong.
29-28 Bears. Love, high-low, denied. The knock away by Hubbard. Turnover.
You can't get it over this kid's head no matter who's passing.
Hubbard. Flying in is Kugel for the jam.
Finally. How about him airborne? Big time finisher.
And the setup by Hubbard. Mississippi State goes in front by 1. Trying to settle things down. Roach, our 6th lead change. Jaden Nunn. Swing it, Edgecombe, nearly a turnover. That's a Nunn 3. Too strong, rebounded by Kugel.
And Raph, this small ball lineup working well right now for the Bulldogs.
Very effectively. Little mismatch. Look at Ormier on Hubbard now.
Wow,
Take him
Hubbard,
off the bounce.
He was thinking about a logo jumper.
Yeah, don't give it up. Take the big guy.
Kugel got a screen from Harris.
Another good foul.
Contact Nunn. He got in there on Matthews.
Right here, getting downhill. Great pass, alley-oop play, spreading the floor. Hubbard getting it done for his team. Right now, Mississippi State up 1.
Now it's time for It Takes More, presented by Powerade. Baylor Bears dominated the Gonzaga Bulldogs 86-70, the 2021 National Championship game in Indianapolis. Baylor led by Jared Butler at 22, Maceo Teague at 19, the first men's basketball title in school history. Scott Drew, 20 wins in the NCAA tournament, second in Big 12 history to only Bill Self, Rick Barnes next on that list.
He did a heroic job when he took over as the head coach. Just amazing, the dilemma they were in. Stuck in the mud, so to speak. He put this program on his shoulder, ran with it. All the naysayers, he'll never get it going. Well,
I'm not sure anybody thought, oh, that's a good job to take. Nobody called him and said, hey, great job on that Baylor gig.
All the guys in the league said, I'm happy for you.
The toss after the missed free throw. Roach in and out. Rebound controlled by Matthews. Ahead for Harris. And he lost it low. Right can move. Right, Euros, and hangs for 2. That was nifty.
Great poise and patience there on the break. You talked about right.
He is sensation. On the other end, the Woko got to squeeze there. They had a nice looking fast break. Matthews, a little hold on the dive by the Woko. Roche with that experience. And right there, a little fumbleitis. And Bird, you got excited about this one. This kid's got some talent. How about that adjustment, a little kiss. Downtown Raleigh, or in the outskirts of Raleigh.
Second foul on Jeremy Roach. It is sending Nwoko to the free throw line where he shoots it at 71%. Should say 61% for Nwoko, native of Toronto, heavily recruited coming out of high school. He's represented Canada internationally.
He's got a motor. too, when you watch him on tape.
Lob threat.
Runs the floor. Yep.
And it's off the rim. Once again, grabbed by Edgecombe.
He's got to get going, as Grant was saying. This is what he's got to do.
The dribble drive, he draws the foul. So he's going to get himself to the free throw line and a chance to put some points in the box score.
And Raph, when you have that kind of talent, that kind of athleticism, you put the ball down, you get to the paint. Obviously, you're going to make something happen, drawing a foul. And for a young man like now, you get to the free throw line, you see the ball go through the basket. That can get you going. They're going to need him to play big here in this game.
Second foul on Cam Matthews. And Edgecombe will go to the free throw line where he shoots it at 78%.
Yeah, that hurts them with Matthews with that second foul. Only 2:50 left, but you got to get him out of the game.
Matthews, Hubbard, and of course Murphy, all with 2 fouls.
Yeah.
Bendra Roll, VJ Edgecombe's mom, cheering him on, native of the Bahamas. Attended high school out in Long Island, New York at Lutheran. 2-time Gatorade High School Player of the Year in the state of New York.
And, you know, Bert, we talk about the portal, the NIL. I'm told this young man, most of his NIL money went back to the Bahamas to educate some children.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of good things that do come out of it.
Valdez Edgecombe, known as VJ.
Right now, can Mississippi State manufacture some offense with Hubbard on the bench?
Mississippi State, 11 field goals made, just 3 assists. Wow. The
Nice
drive by
kick.
Harris, the kick around the perimeter. Kugel, that's an open look for Jones. Can't hit.
That's his 3rd clean look, too.
Great possession.
Yeah, really was. Got a piece kicked.
They are 5 of 15 from downtown. Right, penetrates. Can't finish it. Melendez
Give it
grabs it.
up.
Oh, perfect angle to Jones for the lay-in.
That extra bounce would have cost a nice fine.
Baylor's lead is 1. We're going to hit 2 minutes to play in this first half.
I'd like to see Ramir on the box. Screen, get to the box.
Edgecombe swing it. Celestine working around the perimeter. 9 to shoot. Roach against Melendez, trying to split defenders.
Good
Ball
D.
gets deflected and a turnover.
Nice push forward with the bounce.
Kugel ahead. Down to 1:34 to play in this first half.
Baylor's been a little lax getting back and identifying.
Kugel looking for a runway here. He has that screen from Nwoko. Now a switch. 10 to shoot, needs some help. Melendez flip it. Jones couldn't catch it cleanly. Knock away. Here's Edgecombe in the open floor. Hangs and gets the roll.
I'll tell you, not bad defense there by Melendez without fouling, but beautiful transition bucket from Edgecombe.
He is quick in that open floor, though. He can be explosive.
And
Maybe that'll get him going.
Really smooth in his movements as well.
How about this?
Edgecombe puts Baylor in front by 3. Coming up, AT&T at the half. Scores, highlights, the latest NCAA tournament news. It's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
Up, Hubbard with those fouls. Bird get a little mileage. They're hanging tough without him. Got to save for the second half.
Keyshawn Murphy, 2 fouls, ineffective play early. He sat. So Chris Jans has done it with a bunch of different players rotating in and out.
Well, if Mississippi State can score on this possession and go in at halftime with those 2 guys rested, then I think he feels like they're in pretty decent shape here. Got to execute this last minute.
Automatic switch on the middle ball screen again. They got what they wanted, so Normir, nice recovery.
And O'Meara took a shot.
Nice screen.
Creates space, but a turnover by Kugel.
He got even, Bird. Did you see the
Yes.
takedown he had? Oh,
A little Rick Mahorn action there, right?
Get a little physical kid. Get out of my way. Let me close to the bar.
And remember, these guys know each other well. They roomed on the road at Miami on a trip to France. And now they're going head-to-head in the NCAA tournament.
Bird, you have everything but their conversation.
O'Meara, spin, short. Trying to stick with it, body on body. Now Nwoko got in there, and it's out of bounds.
Nobody's got it. They're going to have a jump ball.
They could not determine who touched it last, so the
Possession.
tie-up occurs. Possession arrow to Baylor.
I was concerned for Ormir. I thought he may have gone over the top on that particular.
And that was off Nwoko's knee.
Yep.
You can see, you know what, though, If you don't see it, you don't call.
No.
You understand what the
Agreed.
refs are caught.
Rob Wright, the trigger man, 38.5 on the clock.
Hit and follow. Good recovery.
Shot clock is at 13. Robert Wright III, the freshman. Goes behind the back. Works in for two. That was creative.
And it's really one-on-one with no help. Or mere way out on the top. Boy, good perseverance and what an adjustment at the rim.
9 points for Wright. 5-point lead. It's the largest of the day for Baylor. 8 seconds left. Line up by Harris. In and out. Rebound. O'Meara couldn't grab it initially. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Mississippi State with 2.7.
That last move right there against the taller defender. Great patience. Just gets into the paint, takes his time, gets to that left hand, and you called it. Because of the shooting of Baylor, Mississippi State staying at home. That's one-on-one action.
Edgecombe lets it fly off the rim. That ball had eyes, but didn't go down. We have hit the break in Raleigh. Baylor's got the lead over Mississippi State in the 8-9 matchup. Let's send it over to Tracy.
Well, this has been a back and forth affair. You guys have a 5-point lead going in. What's going to be the difference, though, in the second half to keep that going?
I mean, the defense. If we keep getting stops, we get buckets. I mean, we go off stops, so we got to keep getting stops.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
The guy plays so hard. Just allowing him to catch his breath, you feel collectively, hey, do your thing. Get to the locker room.
He leaves it all out there.
It's halftime. First of 4 games today here in Raleigh. In the East region, the 9-seed Baylor leading the 8-seed Mississippi State 37-32. We'll send it to AT&T at the half. Coming up. Back here in Raleigh, let's take a look at our Wendy's first half stats with Baylor in front 37-32. Mississippi State shot better than Baylor in that first half, but Baylor working the offensive glass, second chance points, and getting points in the paint. Ian Eagle, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson. Not necessarily crisp, but for Baylor, doesn't have to be pretty. It's been effective.
It has been effective, and really just kind of just blue collar, outworking Mississippi State, which is not something I'm used to saying about this Bulldogs team, but really the second chance points have been the difference for the Bulldogs.
8 turnovers, too, not bagging the ball. Going inside is going to be key for both teams, particularly when you get Baylor with O'Meara down low. An inside dribble drive. Hubbard's been just magnificent, right? Getting to the free throw line, making some threes.
You mentioned Hubbard. Moments ago, Tracy Wolfson chatted with the second-year guard.
Josh, you led the way with 14 in that first half, but what was the sticking points in the locker room down 5 coming into the second?
Yeah, we got to be the tougher team. We got to box out, rebound. They have a lot of offensive boards. We also got to limit our turnovers as well.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Josh Hubbard and the Bulldogs of Mississippi State with possession to start the second half, trailing Baylor by 5.
Look at this kid get to the rim. Nice help.
Hubbard, the ball got scraped away. Good play by Love defensively to jar it.
And another turnover, 9 for the game.
Not a good start. Once in a while he bites you.
O'Meara misses from 3-point territory, and yet another offensive rebound for the Bears. That's 10.
O'Meara's made 19 for the. Look at the mismatch now. A nice switch back. Matthews.
Right, trying to fend off, spins, gathers, right, scoops it in.
Did you
Not
see
exactly how it was drawn up.
Describe that one.
Did you see O'Meara screen the help right there? Oh, my.
16 second chance points for Baylor. They now lead by 7. Mississippi State with Melendez on the perimeter. Harris, pull-up pop is good.
Well, he comes off that handoff with some speed, huh? What a pull-up. Great balance.
That's 5 points for Claudell Harris Jr. Very good shooting mechanics on that J.
I mentioned earlier he can shoot it 2 from 3.
O'Meara, nobody came to greet him.
Look at him push, though.
It's a fend-off on the offensive rebound action, and he gets called for it.
It's like a people mover right here, but look at much. I don't know what happened here with Wright, somehow able to get it, but O'Meara just moving the help out of the way. And you said it best, the spring, the elevation there, gets into that shot, shoots it with confidence.
Gets to his spot. Nice hands to get turnover.
It bounced off Matthews. Love looking for the angle, and he Euros for the deuce.
And that's really the first time they've extended the floor a little bit. 1, 2, 2. Hands big, getting the piece.
41-34, Baylor. That is 10 turnovers now for Mississippi State.
Well, Josh mentioned it. We got to work on our turnovers. We got them in a hole. Tough settle here.
And it's an air ball from Melendez. Edgecombe with a head of steam. Edgecombe goes to work. He tried the wraparound pass. No one's there. And O'Meara thought he was fouled on the play. It's out of bounds.
Sawoko did a good job, though. Got a piece of him, a little Rick Mahorn. But how about this in the open floor? Little step through, little Euro style.
That is 2 Rick Mahorn pulled a chair out references
In the same day?
in the same game.
He makes the broadcast.
Melendez, a bump and a foul.
I think O'Meara maybe.
It is number 3 on Norchad O'Meara.
And it's smart there by Melendez. You know, he just missed that three-pointer from the same spot. Attacked the closeout, put pressure on the defense. And now a decision here for Scott Drew in terms of what to do with O'Meara.
They're not big up front either.
No.
Jamona not here with injury. Nice hands again.
Turnover. Edgecombe accelerates, kicks, right, around the rim and out. And rebounded by Matthews. Lined it up, Hubbard, too strong.
Interesting, O'Meara was waiting. I would have got a little deeper.
And now Love will slow it down. Edgecombe.
Attack him.
Yeah.
Get that 4th foul.
Absolutely.
Edgecombe defended way outside by Melendez. High screen O'Meara.
Same thing, empty side, lock him low.
2-man game. Edgecombe didn't have an opening. Shot clock is down to 7. Celestine on a kick. Edgecombe missed it off the rim. Tracked down right. Gets inside with the probe and the bucket.
And I think he froze the D2 as well.
And all of a sudden, this is a 9-point game. Hubbard, yes, sir, from the outside.
Did you say 9? It's 6.
That man is relentless with his three-point shooting, but
17 now for Josh Hubbard. He averages 18.7 per game. He's been one of the most impressive scorers in the SEC in the first 2 years of his college career.
He's had big games in his career against Kentucky, Alabama.
Love, off-balance delivery goes.
and Love is a crafty player, particularly getting downhill.
He's been dealing with injuries, ankle rehab for Langston Love, but does a lot of little things for this Baylor squad.
What's Love got to do with it? Quite a bit.
Foul call. So Matthews was dealing with 2 defenders, and the vocal leader of this Bulldog squad gets the call. Well, the bus is pulled up, and Duke and Cooper Flagg ready for action. They meet Mount St. Mary's in the 116 matchup in the East region here in Raleigh.
They finally have some stars at Duke.
It's taken a while, huh?
Right now, Keyshawn Murphy back in the game for Mississippi State. Took no shots in that first half.
And good call right away.
Smart to get him going.
He's a good player.
Murphy involved off the inbound to cut it to 6. Dubravicic is now in, getting O'Meara a little breather and dealing with those 3 fouls.
He's got a guard and rebound.
He's the 7-footer from Split, Croatia. Sets a screen. Right, trying to use it. Hubbard, tough on the ball defense. Right, smacked down by Hubbard, and it's out of bounds.
Wow. Did he move his feet
Multiple
as well
efforts.
as those hands?
Multiple
Plays both
efforts.
ends.
Yeah.
The game within the game between those 2, Wright and Hubbard, has been fun. Right now, it's Baylor smiling a little bit more than Mississippi State. They lead by 6. Check out our tournament summary. The Big Ten 4-0 on Thursday. Victories for Michigan State, Maryland, Oregon, and Illinois in action today. McNeese, first tournament win in school history. They defeat number 5 Clemson, 3 double-digit seed, advancing with Arkansas. Gotta love the Drake, and McNeese with a historic victory.
Incredible. Right?
Under really interesting circumstances, the way Will Wade is handling it and just being very upfront about his future and his kids' future, and survive and advance.
Got to be hard in a lot of ways, don't you think?
I agree. That's tough.
It also tells you about kids, though.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
put it aside. Let's go play.
I think
Go hoop.
a level of transparency of, hey, here's where I stand, and this is where you could stand. 45-39. Baylor leads it. Out of the timeout, shot clock is winding down.
Nice.
It's good.
He's been impressive, man.
Rob Wright.
He's big time, this kid.
Not settling.
Yeah.
Getting to the paint.
I know he can bring it deep as well.
Perfect set. Out of the timeout, he's got 15.
I think Hubbard has Omer dry. Okay, they switched.
Omer is back in, so that was a short break on the bench.
And Murphy should post up and beg.
Hubbard, he's got the mismatch, trying to turn the corner, create some space, and he floats it in.
He doesn't need anybody.
I told you he's a one-man scoring machine.
He is.
Very fearless in the way he approaches the game. He's got 19 of his team's 41.
That strong base, range, you name it.
Keep it on the perimeter. Love, the junior.
They aren't patient. They don't mind late in the shot clock, this team.
5 to shoot. Love makes his move. High off the window. It goes for Langston Love.
Nobody stopped that dribble drive.
He's got 11. Love averages 8.4. Corner pop. Around and out for Harris. Edgecombe weaving through traffic. Look out! Edgecombe could not finish it.
There's 2 Grand Hills in the house. Oh my goodness. Every time I see that, he does something like that. It's like Carr at Michigan State. Home Carr.
Special elite athleticism. Wow.
Offensive rebound, though, for Baylor, so another opportunity. They showed 2 defenders to Wright initially. Wright, spin, kick. It's Love. Shot clock down to 4. Wright trying to make it happen. Too strong. Rebounded by Omer. He'll take it back up and in, doing all of the work on the interior.
I tell you, he just took Murphy aside. Manhandle.
13 offensive rebounds. They have 20 points. The answer goes for Hubbard.
I tell you, Hubbard just keeps firing away, keeping his team close, keeping them attached. Right now, you got to find some stops. Too much dribble penetration by Baylor, and obviously, offensive rebounding has been the key for the Bears.
Chris Jans has the Mississippi State High School Player of the Year that won the state title in 2021, Josh Hubbard, and he is keeping the Bulldogs in the game. Up top, too high for Edgecombe.
Look at the distance of the lob. Wow.
It's impressive when you have an all-miss right there. I mean, just attacking the rim, exploding right there. Might have been too high on that dunk attempt. You see that next level athleticism.
Rarefied air, right?
Yeah.
1 of 6 from the field, 4 points, 5 rebounds for Edgecombe. His team up 51-43. First round of the East Region 8-9 matchup, Mississippi State and Baylor.
They can't go around this kid.
Hubbard, he drags defenders with him, and it doesn't matter.
He big boyed him.
Like, why? Don't stunt. Double and make him give it up. Teams have done that.
He now has 23 of his team's 45 points. Jeremy Roach in, off the stutter. There's none against Kugel, 7 to shoot. Stumble, deflection, shot clock down to 4. Roach trying to find the open man, they do. Edgecombe, got him.
He waited a while. Oh, what patience and find as well.
So the 3 ball puts Baylor in front by 9. They were looking back door. There was nothing there. It's a back in by Matthews. Kick it. Kugel misses on a 3. And a track down there by Jones.
Almost walked.
Matthews trying to get involved here. Kugel using the screen. The roll and the layup goes. It's Murphy contorting his body for 2.
And Raph, they got to find a way to get him more involved. But Edgecombe finally knocks down a 3. Swing, swing for 3. Everything going Baylor's way. Up 7 here in the second.
Every time you think Baylor's out playing them, out hustling them. Then you look up at the scoreboard and say, well, it's still only 7.
And it's just Hubbard, really. Imagine if other guys click now, start stepping it up, get some inside presence. Murphy really hasn't had much, not many touches, obviously, but much to do. 2-2-1 again.
Baylor has not scored more than 76 points in any of its last 10 games coming into the NCAA tournament. They lead this one 54-47.
And Raph, right now the Bulldogs in a little 2-3 zone. Maybe try to slow down that dribble penetration.
Roach, short, rebound. Edgecombe gets in there, stumbles, and loses the ball. It's the 5-on-4 developing. Matthews trying to get into it quickly. It's a catch and shoot for Jones. Can't hit the 3. Kugel couldn't grab it, but Matthews does. Cutter, and it's knocked away from Jones.
Nice pass.
Ahead for Roach, and he lays it in.
Big time play. Boy, beat it down before the zone gets set. State had run that 2-3 zone against Oklahoma with some effect.
Keyshawn Murphy's got the smaller defender on him. Kugel puts it on the floor. Spin. Murphy is there. Shot clock is down to 12. 1-on-1 with O'Meara. The back end, Murphy. He was a little loose with it.
And it's good. O'Meara with the hands too, Bird.
That is 13 turnovers for Mississippi State. The experience of Roach, the experience of O'Meara. Jaden Nunn. Contact. And a foul on Jones. It's number 2 on Sean Jones. Bears extend their lead here in Raleigh. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Our game summary. Baylor now up to 45% shooting. Mississippi State's percentage is actually on the rise, but the deficit is getting larger, and that's because of the second chance points. 20 of them for the Bears, controlling the offensive glass.
Turnovers, offensive rebounds. Thank goodness for Hubbard.
And the combination of Murphy and Matthews, normally they average 19 points combined. Today, 4 points between the two of them.
Impressive defensively what Baylor has done.
Out of the timeout. Stop and go from Wright. Celestine, 2-man game with Wright.
They never look at it or mirror. Initially does a great job posting up.
Shake and bake, none. Off the rim, right to Roach.
Smart.
And another reload for Baylor. Roach takes the baseline, and he couldn't squeeze it in. Knocked out of bounds. Baylor will retain. We check in with Tracy Wolfson.
During that last huddle with Chris Jans, his message, trust the process. Keep moving the ball. Don't break down and get the ball in the paint. He also spent a lot of time talking to Keyshawn Murphy, trying to get his head right. Just 4 points. He wants him to get more involved in the second half of this second half, guys.
All right, Tracy, 9 seeds went 3-1 last year. And Baylor, the 9 seed, trying to get a W here against the 8 seed Mississippi State. Roach misses from the outside.
There you go.
Murphy, he's met, and a foul was called. It was Wright initially. He had help from O'Meara.
I think you're right. I think you give it to Wright.
And he heard the message there from Coach Jans, but I like that. A deliberate post-up in transition. He's got to go and bring something. So talented, so skilled. And such a difficult time scoring here for Mississippi State.
Murphy, a native of Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
Missed him. High-low action.
They got it.
The catch, the knockaway, and it is a foul against Nunn.
But I like his activity. He's working, he's demanding for the ball, working hard, and you get rewarded there. Great recognition of the front.
And what I like here is that Phil that set it up. Just a pretty set play, good read. And a chance for Murphy maybe to get the cobwebs out a little bit.
Second foul on Jaden Nunn. Keyshawn Murphy, just 2 field goal attempts. He's made both of them. 61% shooter. Mississippi State beat LSU in the SEC tournament, then lost to Missouri 85-73. Edgecombe will check back in. Combination of Nunn and Roach head to the Baylor bench. But Mississippi State did drop 5 of its last 7 games coming into the NCAA tournament. Last time they won an NCAA tournament game, 2008, they beat the number 9 seed Oregon. Edgecombe facing a double team. They work it around for Wright.
Again, the zone. That foul line is free.
Edgecombe, Splash City.
If he does that, it's a different world.
10 points now for Edgecombe, his second 3. It's a 10-point lead for Baylor. Hubbard, the cutter, the ball bounces off of Murphy.
A kick
out of bounds.
I thought that pass was just a little bit too high. Right thought right there, just couldn't execute.
Is that an intentional kick?
No.
Innocent kick. Still a kick?
But I like how they're trying to get him more involved. Certainly we haven't seen Hubbard take a shot in a while for Mississippi State.
They commit 10.6 turnovers per game this season. They've committed 14 today.
Wow. They've given up 15 offensive rebounds to this Baylor team.
Nice little set here. Oh, not a good pass.
That ball was up for grabs, and it's taken away. Harris moves it quickly. The catch was difficult. The jumper, also difficult. Melendez.
He had Hubbard wide open on that shot fake.
Edgecombe leaves it for Wright. He's got the big Murphy who takes a seat. Keep it moving. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
Lord, just so confident off the bounce. Good distributors as well.
Love, feed it, pocket. O'Meara is fouled.
Underneath, I believe Harris. Good ball movement, that trip.
Well, great, and Love, that beautiful shot fake in the corner, got the defense to bite. And then once again, a great pocket pass, but close out in the corner, shot fake, very deliberate. Got Murphy in the air, and of course, the big man.
Good read too, right? Going back to that left shoulder.
He is the first player from Nicaragua to attend a Division I school on a basketball scholarship. Norchad O'Meara. 3 different schools, over 2,000 career points.
Played volleyball, Bird, believe it or not.
Do you have video?
Well, I've read, you know.
Oh, you read it.
Stay up late at night.
Yeah.
Some said he played handball as well.
Some said it. Your sources are impeccable.
Well, SID, same as you.
60 to 40. Don't give up our sources. Largest lead of the day for Baylor. Back in on.
He's good. He's a really good passer.
Ball fake. And a Harris jumper is silky smooth. It's a 3.
And a confident jumper.
Attack the closeout too, right? With that side saddle step.
And they needed it. 8-point game, 7:47 to go.
Oh, and they got to get some stops. I mean, Baylor just exchanging baskets is not going to do it for you here if you're Mississippi State.
And they're not afraid to go late in the shot clock because they've got the ability to dribble, drive, and kick if they have to.
Herky-jerky moves. It doesn't go for Wright. And the ball is controlled by Mississippi State and Kugel. Swing it. That pass was errant.
It's got to go the other way.
Yeah.
Ooh, I thought they...
It looked like Harris touched it last. The officials come together. Maryland's going to stay Mississippi State ball after the timeout. And hello to you, Jamie. Alabama and Robert Morris in a battle in the 2:15 matchup.
Andy Toole's been at Robert Morris quite a while. Played at Penn for Fran Dunphy. I think he was there when they beat Kentucky a few years ago in the NIT. You vaguely remember that?
Vaguely.
It's a pop quiz, Grant. Are you not prepared for Rob's random questions?
I was waiting for Mr. Wizard to respond.
The jumper goes for Kugel out of the timeout. Mississippi State, they actually did touch it last, and the officials saw it a different way, and they take advantage with a 3 to cut it to 5. Wright sharing the backcourt right now with Edgecombe and Love. O'Meara and Celestine up front. Wright, his jumper off the rim, and it is grabbed by Matthews.
I know he missed, but what do you do? Leave him
alone. Oh,
great jack.
Heat check doesn't work for Kugel.
And nobody at the rim. Murphy was at the foul line.
Here's Wright. Couldn't blow by Kugel. Around the horn, Celestine.
Good stroke.
Got him.
Good stroke that kid has. Tough. Been around a little bit. Ring that bell.
He was one of the best three-point shooters in the country at Cal.
Yep.
Half-court set. Murphy. Ball fake. Rises up. And doesn't get the roll.
I like the shot, though.
I like the shot. Looked a little indecisive when he caught it, but...
It It is back to an 8-point game. Baylor can push this to double figures with an even 6 minutes to go in regulation.
They are squeezing the clock, though, Bird. Look at this high-low.
O'Meara makes his move. Missed it. Cleared by Murphy. Matthews lob it up. Ball was deflected, so Kugel was fouled on the play. Timing was thrown off.
Just a little bit. I believe it was Love.
Every dunk, every three, every upset. Fan work is thirsty work. Stay refreshed with Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Trigger in for
Nice
Harris.
slip. A pretty play.
And it's Murphy getting to the 10.
Everybody went for Hubbard going to the corner.
6-point game, 5.5 to play. Murphy now with 8 points off the bench. Hubbard is defending Love. O'Meara hands it to him. Love the drive, the kick for Celestine.
Going to his left, he pushed off.
And he couldn't spin it in. Rebound up to the outside, and Love takes it inside for 2.
And Raph, that was O'Meara right there, keeping the possession going there, getting that back tip to his teammate.
Guys, that is 16 offensive rebounds. It's turned into 22 points for Baylor. That has been the difference maker for the Bears.
Wow.
Watch whip-around coverage of all men's games with Fast Break. It's presented by Nissan and the March Madness Live app. Such a fun day of basketball around the country here in Raleigh. Duke is getting ready for the matchup with Mount St. Mary's. That will follow this one. Baylor and Mississippi State with 5:07 to play, second half.
Did you get those straps when you left school?
You know, I was going to say, they're much more elaborate with their warm-ups now than they were back in the early 90s.
Probably the contributions you've made. Bought the straps.
Can we see the list of contributions you made, Grant? Bill wants an itemized list. 65-57 Baylor. Out of the timeout, it's an open look. Kugel got a 3.
And Raph, that was a better shot. He took that quick shot in transition, didn't really have his feet set, but great awareness from Matthews finding the open Kugel.
And they're keeping Hubbard out of the game at the other end, by the way.
They are.
Kugel is now 3 of 6 from downtown. He's got 11 points. This is a 5-point game. Hubbard there defensively. Nice deflected. Turnover. Opportunity for Mississippi State. Kugel through his hands. Love tracks it down. The ball knocked around.
Oh, my goodness.
Kugel is there off the pinball action. Hubbard. Wow. Off the mark. Off-balance 3.
Wild.
But you missed an opportunity on the fast break. They had numbers, just could not execute the pass.
Too many guys on the left side, too.
Yeah.
We count it down to the 4-minute mark with Baylor leading it 65-60. Right. Cut off initially. Spin. Oh, he gets it to go. The price is right over and over again.
His footwork and a giveaway here at half court. BJ Edgecombe with the grab, but just the patience in the lane. Can't do anything wrong, can he? We know he can shoot it. Big time player, big time move. Little kiss. Golly.
Rob Wright has not looked anything like a freshman playing his first tournament game.
And without a doubt, just working the baseline here. He swings it, a double screen, a little bit of a lazy closeout. Able to knock down that 3-pointer, but most of the damage has been inside. I love this set. You get a dive, they flip the screen, he's downhill. Patience takes his time, and I'll tell you, 7 of those 8 made field goals from Robert Wright have been at the rim. So small, but able to get there and finish. Been remarkable.
What's amazing how they spread the offense, too.
Right.
Even the pin downs are 2 or 3 feet off the block. A lot of coverage, and they got a little slip on an out-of-bounds play on the same kind of a look.
Yep.
They also have 38 points in the paint, but their lead could shrink here with Cam Matthews at the free throw line.
And right now, Mississippi State only 2 fouls here in this half, so they have a chance to be really aggressive with their traps and defensively here down the stretch.
And I think Baylor has to be careful of clock control. Start delaying the game a little bit. You can't get into your action.
5-point game, 3:36 on the clock.
Down to 10 and nothing.
O'Meara, loop it, Love the catch, and Love by himself.
How about that diagram? Boy, preparation.
15 for Langston Love.
Ooh. Nobody
The lane
home.
opens up for Claudell Harris Jr. for the deuce.
More than one lingerie on the deck.
69-64 Baylor.
Look at this hustle.
Edgecombe goes down to get it. Pushing it up the floor.
Got a 10-second violation.
It is. Turnover. They were in trouble once the ball got knocked around. They were not going to have enough time to get it across.
Great effort by Matthews, though. Laying out.
Edgecombe just tapped himself on the head to be smarter. So Mississippi State takes over with 3:02 to play in regulation.
And Bert, this is where they hit the corner and then a hit and follow by Hubbard and the big slips in the goal. Let's see if they run the same play. They need the broom out here.
Yep. They have determined some perspiration on the floor. They're going to clean all that up.
Look at Matthews.
That's great, isn't it?
Oh, man.
That kid does it all year long. It's just not NCAA time. That's where they need he and Murphy at their optimum.
Baylor's in a little zone right now and is out of bounds.
Because they didn't hit a good call, too. Because they didn't handle it well earlier.
Murphy trying to bully his way in. It's denied. It's Edgecombe. Do not go in there.
How about him stepping up late? That's what the good ones do.
Wright brings it across. We are under 3 minutes to play. Matthews extends out defensively on the freshman Wright.
I do that high-low again.
Wright, feed it, post, O'Meara, back for Wright. Ball fake, swing it. Love, doesn't go.
Nice job.
Knocked over to Matthews. Mississippi State looking to run. Matthews gets cut off. Hubbard floats it up, no good. Battle for it, O'Meara claims it.
He inhaled it. Rebound.
You know he's going to win that battle.
That was a man's rebound on the inside, his 10th.
Murphy needs a few more spuds to get in there.
We're going to hit 2 minutes to play. First round in the East. Overplay by Kugel. Down goes Wright. Turnover.
Got Hubbard.
Harris to Hubbard. 3 on the way. Yes.
What a quick release. And how about the fine?
Whew. He is automatic. He's got 26.
Quick timeout. Go to man of foul.
2-point game. 143. The closest it's been here in the second half. Off the turnover. The quick strike ability of super scorer Josh Hubbard. 69-67, Baylor in front. They've got 1 timeout. Mississippi State has 2. Grant, you mentioned just the 2 fouls against the Bulldogs, so the aggressive play that we've seen defensively, they're going after it.
And it's working. They're forcing turnovers. They're able to convert off those turnovers. And it's surprising because you have multiple ball handlers on the floor for Baylor, but I think they've lost their rhythm. They tried to slow things down a bit, Coach.
I'm with you totally. I think you get a little more rhythm. Get started. Even if you're not going to shoot it early, keep in motion.
It's on a little zone action right now.
Right for O'Meara.
And they switch back to man.
Switch back to man.
Yeah.
2-point game. Edgecombe makes his move, and he's fouled with 1:29 on the clock.
Matthews, I think, trying to help. Boy, their hands are quick, though,
They
aren't they?
are quick, man.
You got to take his right away, too. Going to his strong hand here. Just never got over the top of the screen, so well executed.
And it is number 3 on Matthews. So it's going to send Edgecombe to the free throw line.
77% free throw shooter.
Calmly makes the first. 3-point game. Murphy back in. They will rotate Sean Jones Jr. to the bench. Another one here for the freshman VJ Edgecombe.
Boy, they've had a ton of freshmen, Bird, recent years.
2 out of 2.
And man, if I had to think this possession, Hubbard will have to touch the ball, particularly after making that last 3. He's been kind of quiet here in the second half.
Edgecombe's length has given him a little trouble, too.
That's true, yeah.
And his foot speed. Automatic switch. They should now go.
2-possession game.
Bad gamble.
Swing it. Harris. And he's fouled on the play.
All because of a bad gamble by Ormir. That's how that started.
Well, 2 bad plays. That gamble and then a bad closeout there on Harris. Right there in his landing space, landing area.
Look at the Celestine.
Yeah, it is.
He got him on the feet.
Yeah.
And Celestine is now trying to show the officials. Look at the replay up top. I didn't get him.
You got to permit him to land.
Yes.
And he did not. It's rather simple.
And it's going to be 3 free throws here for Claudell Harris Jr., who's a 76% shooter. He played at BC, also played at Charleston Southern.
He got his foot in
He
there.
got it, yeah, it's barely, but he got it. Right call.
He's been very steady for Chris Jans. The senior makes 2 in a row. He gets a 3rd.
And he's hit some big shots here tonight, too. Off the bounce, couple 3-pointers.
It's interesting how a coach has that feeling at stardom. You know, he's ready to go. What I like watching him is he cuts well, makes himself available.
3rd one. Makes them all. 13 points for Harris. Got a 1-point game with 1:19 on the clock.
Speed game now, I think, on coverage. Matthews will probably play Ormir. Well, he's going out.
Mixing and matching as Jones will check in for Mississippi State. Murphy sits.
Only 3 team fouls right now for Mississippi State. Look like a timeout coming from Scott Drew.
Baylor 71, Mississippi State 70. 8-9 game, producing drama as usual. Baylor has used its final timeout. They lead it 71-70. Baylor with possession. They also have the possession arrow with 1:19 to play.
He didn't like the lineup, I think. Chatting with different players on the sideline. What did he bring them together? Scott?
Mississippi State, there were a few moments where you thought maybe the game was going to get away from them. It didn't.
But they stayed in there and really turned it up defensively, forcing some turnovers here, and obviously rebounding, not giving up the second chance opportunities in the last 4 minutes.
This is the big match here.
Double team
Harris,
on right.
Yep. Doubling up.
Get it ahead.
Perfect
And they
spot.
do to Celestine.
They got a foul or time? What do they got?
It is a foul.
Can't be a timeout. Baylor didn't have any more.
No.
And it's going to be Kugel.
He had a good trap right there, right in the corner. You could have trapped them, but they have fouls to give. So.
Exactly. That's why they did it.
That's 4 team fouls now.
I thought they could get more out of that trap, though.
Yeah.
Love trigger in for Wright. We approach 1 minute to go. Lupin, O'Meara, hand it off. Edgecombe! A blast to the rim, plus the foul!
What a great call. He had gone right earlier. His dominant hand. They pulled the plug. The big body at the foul line. The handoff. How about this effort? A little spin, a little juice.
And the burst. How about it's downhill?
He can be exciting.
He can. But I like that. Scott Drew, get the ball to your young star.
Right.
Take advantage of his special gift on that play.
Wait a second.
What are they?
They're
Fouls are
saying
On
no
the ground.
basket.
Wow.
The foul is on the drive. The bucket will not count for Edgecombe.
Wow.
As close as a continuity.
Right there is a
Planting
foul.
foot. Oh, no. But that is a bang.
Looked like the baseline ref gave the and one sign too.
So this remains a 1-point game. 55 seconds left. Edgecombe makes his move.
Nice steal.
And a foul is called.
Wow. Matthews with the pilfer.
That looked clean right
Boy,
there.
it sure did. They had support at the basket. Wow.
So you had Matthews taking it away, but Jones on the other side gets called for the hug. As mentioned, the fouls to give, so they are piling up. but they're allowing Mississippi State to take some chances. Baylor up by 1. Get it in, return it for Wright. We're down to 48 seconds to play. Edgecombe, swing.
Giveaway.
And a foul on Jones.
But there was some confusion. It looked like they switched defensively, and great awareness by Edgecombe to find Wright in the corner. But
and guess what? You've run out of fouls.
you run out of fouls.
You had the benefit, you no longer have the benefit.
But Jones and Matthews tried to switch late.
Smart getting it to this guy, though.
Yeah.
Right, he can read it to find what he wants to do.
Fantastic freshman there for Baylor on the perimeter.
Trip to the line. Wright nails it. 2-point lead for Baylor.
We're here trying to sell a push-off on the lane.
You might want to squeeze him on the free throw lane here if you're Mississippi State.
You can say it. You're not out there.
Easier said than done.
78% on the season for Rob Wright. Trying to make this a 3-point game. 17 for Wright. LaToya Wright, his mom. There was a sigh of relief there. And now everybody locked in on the final 43.2.
I'm thinking 2, go strong, a pin down, get it to Hubbard.
Scooped up by Harris. He will handle it. 37 seconds to go.
They go.
I think you attack him.
Yeah.
Fake the handoff. Matthews feed it inside. Murphy turns. Murphy scores.
How about that? Great timeout. That was a heck of a move.
Cuts it to 1 with 29.3 to play.
Whew. I think Hubbard should have kept the ball.
Was a nice little set right here. Fake the handoff and then the seal inside.
He does that during the season too, man.
But they had the mismatch too. Edgecombe switched with O'Meara, so you had Murphy inside, and Murphy didn't score, didn't take a shot in that first half, but has been efficient here and didn't hit the ball there at that play big time.
So now shot clock is turned off. 29.5 to play. Baylor with possession, up by 1.
They'll extend the floor, no question about it. As to when they give it depends on what kind of a situation. Who catches it? Who do you trap?
I think Chris Jans might go real small here. Go with your guards, your guys on the perimeter. Try to double team, trap. You don't need to foul. Try to get a steal. If you get the ball in that corner here in the front court, that's a great opportunity where they fouled a few possessions before.
Last 2 meetings in 2018 and 2011, both decided by 2 points or fewer. This is a 1-point game. The winner advances to the second round here in the East region.
If they do play small, nobody big on the ball, so they can double easily.
Well, and Matthews, though, is such a versatile defender as a big guy for Mississippi State, so he probably will keep him out there, but that small lineup has worked.
Duke, Mount St. Mary's is coming up. Winner here will meet the winner there.
If you're Baylor, you got to come meet the pass. You got to be strong with the basketball. Don't assume anything.
And the inbounder is key, too. First free guy, you got to get it in.
So Love will be the trigger man. Defended by Jones.
They're leaving O'Meara alone. Interesting. He will be the ad. Now they switch it. He takes off.
Timer is off. Get it in. Return it for Love. Hand it to Wright.
Perfect spot here.
Trap.
Wright needs help. Fighting. Wright double team.
Jump ball.
5 seconds.
Jump ball. Yeah. Well, that's exactly the spot you were talking about.
Possession arrow to Baylor with 15.7.
And Raph, they executed that to perfection defensively.
And they didn't give it up in the backcourt. They waited.
And Baylor has no timeout, so he has no options.
This is ideal spot defensively.
Get it in. O'Meara. Feed it. Edgecombe.
Got the foul here soon.
10 seconds. Edgecombe walking a tightrope at half court. He's fouled by Matthews. Was this legal from Edgecombe as he was just trying to handle it along the half-court stripe? Edgecombe.
No, it looked fine.
Yep, all good.
It looked good. He was doing his Bob Cousy imitation.
He is 4 of 4 at the free throw line.
He's trying not to get fouled there.
78% shooter, 9.3 on the clock. Mississippi State still has life. Baylor, if Edgecombe makes both, you're looking at a 3-point game. First one is good.
And up there with confidence, knock that in. Of course, once again, you have to block out. O'Meara
Can be forceful. Defensively now, Baylor's got to think about what they're going to do. Contain, don't let him turn the corner.
I think make or miss, you got to get the ball in Hubbard's hands. His speed, his power.
Mississippi State does have 1 timeout remaining. Baylor up by 2. Edgecombe buries the second.
I think you let him go.
3-point game, 9.3 on the clock. Get it in for Hubbard. We're down to 6 seconds. Hand it off for Harris. He fires! No good! Out of bounds with .8.
Wow. Hubbard never got a touch.
Yeah, I would have liked Hubbard to have the ball. Shot opportunity there. A little dribble handoff into a screen. And looked like right there, he broke off the play, Harris.
They were not thinking of giving it up either.
And Baylor now just looking to get it in cleanly and put the finishing touches on a victory here in the first round.
Yeah, I think they were going to try to get
the game clock's under review.
Get it back to Hubbard right there on that play.
They've done a good job not letting him touch it, though, this second half in particular.
And I don't know if Harris at that point just felt like time was of the essence and he hoists it up.
2-4 maybe. Did it hit the line on the initial?
If it hit the line on the initial, you got 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2.4.
Yeah, the question is, did it hit the line or did it bounce and then fall out of bounds with 1.1? And they're opting for the second option. 1.1 on the clock. Love. Get it in. And that's it.
They're going to shoot it. They have to shoot it because they blew the whistle.
So there was a foul call. We got double zeros on the clock. The officials will head over to the scorers table. Baylor is ready to celebrate, but there was a giveaway there where
it is.
At least 0.4 of a second. They're going to put 0.5.
That's a great pressure release to have.
Who's going to get around them?
Norchad O'Meara at the free throw line. He's got 12 points, 10 rebounds. And now just looking to seal the deal. 75% on the season, 6 of 7 today.
He has been solid. As I said, for a volleyball player, he is excellent.
Norchad O'Meara is just waiting for his turn. Michigan State's going to make a substitution with Murphy checking in, replacing Jones.
And Raft, he picked up 3 fouls early in that second half, but his ability to stay in the game, play great defense, be physical without fouling was huge.
He is a winner, though. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
It's been a long time for O'Meara to stand at the line.
We're trying to freeze him.
They're going time-wise again?
I think the officials are actually the one doing the freezing. And the issue right now is
the 5th foul.
Who was the foul on? Because if it was Matthews, it was his 5th. They're trying to determine was it on Jones, and they all agree it was on Jones. So he's done. Free throw off the mark, grabbed.
They tried to call timeout there.
They're going to check the clock again.
And they got a timeout.
It's interesting because the ball kind of hung up there a little bit. It didn't, right when it's.
And then the timeout.
When does the clock start?
Yeah, it's got to be like maybe 3 to 4, would you say?
It went 0.5, and then it just went to 0.0. Gene Steratore has been watching this entire sequence. Just take us through it, Gene. What they're looking at.
The game clock will be set to .2.
Timeout.
What Ron Gruber's what Ron Gruber is saying, by rule, as soon as you have a possession initiated after this missed free throw, as soon as Mississippi State grabs that basketball, calls timeout simultaneously, a minimum of 0.3 of a second must expire by rule at that point. It was instantaneous with possession. That's why we've gone from 0.5 to 0.2. So now you guys know that what we have to have now is just a tap. We can't have a catch and shoot now. We're 0.3 or under, but by rule, that's what you have to have, is automatically 0.3 of a second must expire.
And the clock doesn't start until someone catches it.
Right. Or touches in this case.
First touch. Yeah, first touch, Grant.
Let's get Grant on the baseline.
No time to catch it and shoot it.
Yeah,
You're talking about a deflection, a guide.
Maybe 2 seconds, Rav.
You need a little more.
Yeah, this is beyond a miracle, what they're looking for. 0.2 on the clock, down by 3. It's too late. And it's over. Baylor gets it done in the first round. A tight one against Mississippi State, but the 9 seed is moving on. 75-72. The Bears hold on.
I thought they'd try and get a home run pass at least, or tip at the other end.
I'll tell you, give Mississippi State credit. They hung in there. They competed. They fought. They had opportunities. Just could not convert or execute that previous possession, but
Baylor really shut out Hubbard the second half.
they did.
They didn't get many opportunities whatsoever.
He hit that big 3 in transition, but that's about it.
The Baylor Bears, they are one of only 8 teams to appear in 9 of the last 10 NCAA tournaments. And this one was a fight to the end. But eventually, Baylor advances. They've lost in the second round each of the last 3 tournaments. That is not on their mind right now. They just wanted to get out of this one with a W, and they do. Thanks to balanced scoring, you can put Baylor into the second round on Sunday, awaiting the winner of Duke and Mount St. Mary's. Over to Tracy.
Well, congratulations, Rob. You led the way with 17 points. What was working for you so well today?
I mean, it was just my teammates getting me the ball and just finding me in open spaces, and then just me finishing at the rim.
You've been part of a lot of big games, having gone to Montverde, but what's it like playing in an NCAA tournament game for you?
I mean, it's nothing like it. I mean, I just give all the thanks for God for allowing me to be here, and I'm just blessed to be out here.
This team has struggled with injuries throughout the season. Seems like you're getting healthy. Are you guys clicking at the right time right now?
Yeah, we're definitely clicking at the right time. In the Big 12 tournament, we took a tough loss to a tough Texas Tech team, so we're definitely rolling right now.
Good luck next week. Bye.
All right, Tracy. This team was ranked number 8 in the preseason top 25. A lot of talent, very high expectations. And as we all know, you can rewrite your entire story in March. The Bears knock off the Bulldogs. The tournament games continue right now live on True TV, TNT, and TBS. Mount St. Mary's and Duke coming up on CBS. We'll send you to our studio, Capital One Tournament Central, right after these messages.